Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years. Inviting is, as we all know, it's one of the basic foundation.
Yeah, and the key is to go out there and just have this magnetic mindset of attraction. And when you start doing that, you're going to notice incredible people show up. And that's why I tend to attract great people into this business model, right? So it's to put it out there. What do you want to attract? Think about it. What do you want to attract? You want to attract people that have passion about their health and that will do whatever it takes to be healthy. Do you want to attract people who are influencers? You want to attract leaders that have built networks in their careers? Is that what you want to attract? So think about what you want to attract. And every single morning, wake up and speak it so that you can bring it into reality.
Yeah. So what's happening is to set the intention. And what Tammy's talking about here, folks, and I know some of you are probably thinking, yeah, well, whatever. This is really important what she's talking about. Really important. I'm underlining this. Set the intention. Because if you attract folks that are very needy and they can't run two pennies together, well, no wonder why you might look at this business a little bit from the disappointing point of view. I'm telling you, set the intention of the kind of person you want to attract in our business, because it will make an enormous difference. So now the question is, okay, how do I invite people? What do I say? And the fact is, one is you have to get over the fear of inviting. You have to accept that, okay, you might be a little bit uncomfortable, but there's a lot of things, maybe we'll cover them here tonight, that can help you overcoming the fear of inviting. It's unbelievable how us humans, we tend to overcomplicate, overinflate situations based on our own fear, false evidence appearing real. And this is something that I had to overcome years ago. I'll be honest with you right now. I'm very numb when it comes to these things. I have absolutely zero fear. But again, it has a lot to do with the fact that we've been living the results. And because of that, I've made so many deposits. I call them credibility deposits that it's a non-issue right now. And the way I look at a prospect is this person needs to be educated on what we have. Now, regardless of the response, I'm just going to go through my Rolodex of responses based on 28 years of doing this business on a full-time basis. So obviously, as you become more in tune with inviting and talking to people, it becomes a non-issue. But I'm telling you that this is one of the biggest issue is the fear of inviting. But how do we invite people? Number one.
Yeah, and it's the most important thing is simplicity. You want to keep everything simple in the connection, because the more you go into too much information, people shut down, especially in today's world. There's just so much information out there, and you can get so lost in information. And we like to leverage the tool and let the tool do the work for us. Why? Because if they join, they can actually do it. You know, if you sit down with somebody and you start rambling on and on and on and on, and they've already glazed over, and you still go because a lot of people don't read the signs. And then people say, well, oh, yeah, just send me the information. I'll have a look at it. And you never hear from them again, right? So there's certain signs that we have to recognize. And the most important thing in today's world, information is fast. It has to be simple. It has to be short. Either they're open or they're not. And it's going to be based on how they feel about the information, but also about you.
So the rules of inviting is don't get attached to the outcome. I think this, again, is one of the biggest downfall in our business and people are hanging on to this one prospect. So the fact is, you don't want to get attached to the outcome. Always think of the waiter or the waitress that's serving coffee. They don't really care that much until they choose that, okay, they want the service, they want the product, whatever. Then you focus on them. But until then, your job is to go around and ask the question, do you want some? So the fact is, don't get attached to the outcome, And again, just to go back, is always set the intention. Set the intention when you're talking to prospect, right? And the fact is, you want to be yourself. And the key to inviting is the person can relate to you. They can relate to what you're saying. It's not just the words you say, it's how you go about saying it. And of course, what's important also is to share your enthusiasm, right? Be enthusiastic about what we have to offer. That's just really important. Be strong and confident. Have posture. So, and invite everyone you meet. Let them decide for themselves if this is for them. Don't make the decision for them in prejudging.
Everybody knows somebody. So referral is absolutely critical. I leverage referral all the time when I talk to people. If they're not open, I ask them if they know somebody who could benefit. And if they like you and they felt comfortable with the conversation, people don't have a problem referring. So don't be shy to go to people who you have purchased stuff from, and in conversation, ask them for referrals if they happen to know people, or if they would kindly share your card with somebody, or your name and your number with somebody, so that they can make that connection with you and them.